Hey everyone, and welcome back to Jaraci Cup 7. Continuing coverage of Groupstage A, this is going to be MarchWaden versus letsrock. There we go. Sorry, I had a bit of an aneurysm there. I also think my my Twitch overlay stopped working for some reason, so I'm gonna... Okay, there it is. It is back. MarchWaden versus letsrock. This will be a fun one. Now, MarchWaden, if you didn't know, he is the player to keep your eyes on right now. Definitely new to the scene. This is his second term that he'll be participating in. But he's already taking games off of A game. Like, I don't think I can compete against him. So, there's a very good chance that the finals are going to be A game versus MarchWaden. Yeah, keep your eyes on this guy. He's going crazy. We have him in the chat too. I'm sure I'm making him a bit embarrassed, but that's fine. His opponent, letsrock here, going to be playing as Conf, and this is going to be some KVK action. Always a fun one to see. Although, as far as I know, letsrock wants to avoid the mirror matchup, at least in the games that we've seen before. MarchWaden picked Conf first though, and letsrock matched it. So he wants to take this fight here. GVG, if you didn't know, requires really tight timings. You need to have the build orders down. And ref mode first is extremely risky. I don't think he's gonna succeed with this. So I'm a little worried for letsrock already in this game 1. And MarchWaden is indeed gonna be pushing out. He has Sandskimmer Fab done already. Based on the RUs, it looks like he's probably going for assault chips. But we'll see. He'll have that tech choice in just a moment, I assume. Well, maybe it's Rails. But if it's Rails, he should have put 2 on RUs in the beginning, so I'm not exactly sure what MarchWaden is doing. I'll have to watch and learn, though, because I think at this point his Galzian is better than mine. We do have Skim Fab on the way now for letsrock, and, you know, saving grace, Conf Carrier is very good at defense, so perhaps it will be difficult for him to be pushed on. This is some nice music playing here. Based on the RU's float now, I'm going to say yes, this is going to be Railgun Fab coming out from MarchWaden. But it's going to be a bit late. First he wants to assert the Sandskimmer dominance, I suppose. The thing is, if his opponent rushed Assault Chips, I think that he would be in a bit of a tough spot here, but he did go Ref Mode first. And this is why I think Ref Mode first is kind of weak on Galzian. Against Galzian, that is, like in the mirror matchup, because your opponent has a pretty easy time holding you off of that second base here. By the time you get back onto it, I feel like ref mode is a little bit, you know, a little bit late, right? Like you could have just teched it later and been fine. I think A-Game was working on trying to make ref mode first like a much more viable build in GVG, but I'm not sure exactly what the progress on that is. Still though, Rails here from MarchWaden, I'd say pretty late. He wants to get a little quick drop here. But there is a fight brewing on this side. He wants to actually dive and try and kill this base runner. He will lose skims for this, but look, there is no army for letsrock. So I mean, is it really such a problem that he loses a couple skims here? I don't think so. He's gonna go for the PC. You've got to get out of here. Oh gosh. Oh. I don't like this at all for letsrock. He can actually, yeah, he can dive and kill this PC. Just no respect. He didn't build any skims. He didn't tech any power upgrades. Oh no. So now, look at how much tech was invested into the PC. He's got Skimmer Fab, Assault Chip Fab, and he has Ref Mode, and this PC is dead. He's not going to get any of those. And MarchWaden is just rolling all over him. Oh no. Ooh. Okay, second PC comes out. Whew, that is essential. I don't think MarchWaden can dive and kill this one. He's going to just stick around to finish off a couple of salves here, though. Because why not? And, I mean, his position in this game is, like, indomitable right now. Rail Fab done? Yes. So we can start seeing heavy rails come onto the queue. He's actually going to go assaults. Gotta say, I think heavies are better in this position because obviously they're going to kill this carrier a lot faster. But yeah, exactly. A-Game ref mode 2 PC before units. He got the tech at least, but he didn't build any. So I mean, what is that worth? This is welcome to Stomp Town, destination or population 1. This is not good. Assault rails are out. You can see they do actual damage to carriers. You can win with them, but I think in this point, he might as well just build like a heavy rail or 2. He's gonna have just a good time killing this carrier. Just a good time. He's gonna have a better time killing this carrier. AR has comparable DPS to the heavy rail. Can that be? That sounds wrong to me, but I don't know. I've never looked at the numbers, so you might be right. Yeah, you might be right about this. I mean, I will say, I'm pretty surprised at how fast this carrier has died here, so... That seemed pretty good. I think I'll take your word for it. Oh my gosh, wow. Okay, I'm gonna have to start doing this in KVK then. Yeah, I guess you're right. Wow. I suppose this doesn't work so well against, like, Coalition or something, though, who can put power in armor, but... Wow, that was pretty speedy. Well, MarchWaden taking game 1 in beyond commanding fashion. This is something that we complimented MarchWaden on earlier. I think A-Game and I, we were talking. He's got, like, a killer instinct, right? He sees, hey, this PC's dead if I just dive on it. And if I was playing, I wouldn't have done it, right? I wouldn't have dived that PC, but... He sure killed it. And I mean, that was, you know, that's game over once that PC goes down, so I was about to send selves to mine there. Yeah, he definitely seems to understand when he can get a kill here. We'll see what his play is this time. It's gonna be 2 salves before tech. Base Runner Retire comes out, he starts Sandskimmer Fab. So, this looks like... I mean, with the saturation, it should be 2 on RUs if he wants to go Assault Ship first. Maybe this is Rails again, but I don't know. I'm not exactly sure. Because I'm used to putting 2 on RUs at the very start if you're going to go for Rail Fab, get the tech as fast as you can. Doesn't seem to be his plan here. He's also got an idle, which is a bit unfortunate. There we go. Skimmer Fab finishes now. He's going to probably immediately begin building. And so this is almost the fastest skims you can get. Now, letsrock really needs to adapt his play here to what he saw last time, but it's going to be ref mode again. And I don't know. I think against a player like MarchWaden, he's just going to die here, but we'll see. Perhaps he's got an idea. Perhaps he's got a plan. Definitely, though, what he 100% cannot do is 2 PC before units. That's gonna be a guaranteed paddling if you do that against MarchWaden. I'll just say that. He's got the money for Assault Ship if he wants it. Looks like he is gonna go for Rails again, though. It's got to be one of the 2, though, of course, you know, because this is a concentrated push. And 2 PC comes out before the tech this time. Maybe he did this last time, too. I guess I'm not exactly sure. But he wants to get that Sandskimmer majority and win the fight. Fleet Cap 45 gonna have to come in now, but he'll have the money for that if he does a quick drop. Oh, I guess that was a bit early, too. At that timing, there you go. And his opponent this time teching straight into Assault Ships before ref mode is done. I like it. This is the adaptation that he needed. But he's also got to build some Sandskimmers here. If he's making salvagers, he's going to be in trouble. And indeed, MarchWaden is saving up for Rails, you can tell, obviously by that RU float. But his opponent is actually... Okay, so this is something interesting. You couldn't usually get away with this in GVG. But you can see his opponent is really hemmed back into his base. He can't seem to push out onto 2. But he seemed to have gone for ref mode because there was no tech yet. And you can see that obviously on the carrier. MarchWaden could actually go for the big brain play and go ref mode instead. Oh, and he's gonna do it. Yes! Alright, I love this. This is basically just saying, like, he's eco-faking, right? He's pushing out here with a bunch of Sandskimmers saying, hey, I'm gonna attack you, and letsrock is like, well, he sure attacked me last game, I better be ready for this. Then he goes back to ref mode, just pops up to 3 base way faster than his opponent, and he's gonna have, like, 4 times as much money as him. This is evil, I love it. This is like what we used to do in vanilla, if you remember. It's gonna be tough for letsrock to come back from this. Bozo Cow 2.0, yeah. That's pretty much it. Ref mode done in a few for MarchWaden. He does want to get tech, obviously, at some point, because his opponent has got Assault Ships, but like, hey, if he leaves him at the base, what's the risk to these guys, right? And pretty much 0, so I like this. He's really calling his bluff here. He's being, like, really greedy, and I love that. This is just like, if you still needed to know whether MarchWaden was actually good at the game or if he just is like getting lucky or something, like, this is such an intelligent play here. Like, the courage to not go for a tech when you know your opponent has got assault chips. To just say, nah, like for sure, he's not gonna push on me yet. I'm in awe of you, sir. Probably he'll tech now though. And it'll probably be rails too. He could go assault chips, I suppose. Go for air as well. Go for Con F Siege at that point. That would be pretty strong too. But for sure, let's just have it be said again. And he is going to go for soul chips. Whatever tech you choose to go for when you're this far ahead, you're probably going to have a good time with it. Although I've said again as well, if you're ahead, you know, try out going air. It's really powerful. So, and I think that'll fully saturate him. Yep. No idols. He's got his eco set up just right. He's ready to own, and I mean his opponent now just finally pushing out here. But he doesn't even have armor. Oh, he does have armor 1 to be fair. But if he doesn't make a beeline straight for his opponent's third base, like he's already basically lost. Because especially when this PC finishes, but even before that, MarchWaden is going to be so good here. Like he's going to be able to outproduce in assault chips. He's going to have so much more money to get upgrades. He's going to be able to go to tech faster. This is a really bad spot for letsrock to be in. Interceptor Fab on the queue though for him, so at least he's trying something. He's going to try to get his way back into this game. But I've got to imagine MarchWaden is going to go for Interceptor Fab the second it's available on the queue here. Yep. I counted in my head. That was 1 second, so I was right. Power 2 as well. I mean, note, he's going to get a third PC. This carrier is unlocked, so he might as well tech power in the carrier too and be ready to push out. And he's not even building any assault chips because he knows his opponent is not pushing on him, right? He's got all that vision on the map. He knows this. Stone cold. I love it. He's not flinching at all. They're playing chicken with their eco, and he's definitely winning. So this is really cerebral play. I guess that's why I'm getting excited about it. Base runner being produced as well. Good call. That's 3 PC. I would like to see a couple of assault chips built now at this point because he's got the float floor, obviously. But if he doesn't, he'll have more money for power reserves, so maybe that's okay, actually. Double base runner looks like being built here. He's got time, because Interceptor Fab's still on the queue. And that's going to be some pretty nice light anti-air. Afterburner being teched immediately for letsrock, you can see here. He's got 2 interceptors going to be done by the time this tech is done for MarchWaden. I might cancel this last one and just build Ints instead, but I mean, he can do whatever he likes. Yeah, this is going to be... He's going for, like, the full artifact domination, and he takes straight to bombers. Oh, I love it. I love it. This is going to be a joy to watch. As he just, like, destroys, I assume, letsrock here. Then again, he will be a little bit weak to the initial air reveal, so you do want to see what can letsrock get done with that first... what can he get done when he pops out for the first time? That's a double extract, that's a triple extract. He can't stop this because the assault chips will never push on this carrier. And so the interceptors are going to get scrambled. But MarchWaden has got interceptors in the hangar as well. He could also be taking Afterburner now if he likes. Okay, so he sees these guys, he wants to launch immediately. They're going to take a bit of damage to the base runners here. And then they come in to dump damage on the salvagers, but I'm not sure if they'll even get any kills. They do have Afterburner. I guess that makes this work. But down goes 1, 2... Want to go for 3? Oh. No, he was trying to get better instinct on the base runner. That was definitely intentional. So he lost 2 salvagers, but he's not going to be crying himself to sleep at that. I know, right? I mean, interceptors were stupid fast in vanilla. Like, it's just silly. But his carrier is here on the main. He's got bombers on the queue, power 4 on the way. I mean, if this game wasn't already over, like, I don't know what could possibly happen to make him lose this. More power in the missile system would be kind of nice here. He's attempting to fire a missile that he doesn't have range on, I think, but... Or no, that's the bomber. So he's just gonna use the bomber to try and dump damage on this carrier. He has way more power. Oh yeah, power 5 and weapons is a better call, I suppose. Second PC finally coming out for Let's Rock, but I would say this is a bad situation. And he is going to take this game pretty comfortably as well, but with a very, very wise eco fake out, I would say. And that will breed the series 2-0 for Let's Rock, for MarchWaden. I've got to say, after watching Let's Rock against Houston, I was like, well, maybe he's better than I thought. Maybe he has a chance against these guys, but I think he's not going to win in build order against A Game or MarchWaden. That's just not going to happen. If he doesn't get ahead, it looks like he really struggles. So, well done to MarchWaden. Good games in general. And thanks for tuning in.